Hello viewers of Sydney Mommy channel. I am Sydney Mommy. Today I am going to show you how I celebrate Krishna Janmastami or Krishna Jayanthi in Sydney, Australia. So what I do is, because I work full time as well, I usually prepare the dry prasadams during the weekend before the Krishna Jayanthi actually happens. This year it's happening on a Monday, so today is a Saturday, and I'm going to prepare 4 of the dry prasadams, which is the sweet Cheedai, Cheedai, Murukku and Thattai. So let's begin. Doing all of these 4 items in the one go, because I don't have to reheat the oil again. So oru tharva heat pannittu abdiye pannitaka, then unakku and oil reheat pannaka, it is actually bad for health. So you are supposed to throw away the oil after one use. So therefore I am doing all of it in the one go. India padra madri, I am not doing the old traditional fashion rice flour, rice ஊற வெச்சு காய வெச்சு அது மிக்ஸில அரைச்சு சலிச்சு அதெல்லாம் அதுக்கெல்லாம் எனக்கு இன்ஸ்ட்ருமெண்ட்ஸ் ப்ராப்பரா இல்ல. I only have a coffee grinder which has to have only very dry ingredients, இல்லனா ஒர்க் பண்ணாது. So therefore I am buying very high quality store bought fine rice flour for all of these 4 items. The first thing I am going to make is a savory cheedai or uppu cheedai. அதுக்கு வந்து we have to first this rice is very well done, so இதுல further ஒண்ணும் பண்ண வேண்டாம். But I'm going to dry roast it lightly and then sieve it. So now I have put the tawa in the stove and I'm lightly roasting it. Romba roast pannama red ஆலாம் ஆகாம, just to make it warm, we are just roasting it. All of this is to basically to prevent the cheedai from exploding. That's the reason why we do all this. So Nana, you actually do this and then you also sieve it. So if at all there is any little conglomeration of the rice flour, that also you have to get rid of, so that you can avoid the exploding of the seed. That's the whole idea of it. In the பாத்திரத்துல கொட்டி விடலாம். இப்போ வந்து உளுந்த மாவு, which is urad dal, roasted urad dal powder. அதுவும் வந்து I have actually bought from the store. It is like very well purely prepared. So I mean, if you don't feel that is right, you can always do it at home by dry roasting the urad dal and grinding it and sieving it. Also going to lightly make it warm, this roasted urad dal flour as well. அதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஹீட் வேண்டாம், because it very easily gets heated. So ஒரு 30 seconds இருந்தால் போதும், அதுக்கு மேலே தேவையில்லை. ஸ்மெல் நல்லா வரணும், வறுத்த உடனே ஒரு மாதிரி ஸ்மெல் நல்லா வரும். Can you smell it?
No. Probably need to edit that part out.
Okay, this is done now. I'm going to put it with the rice flour now, and we are going to sieve them together. The sieving, as I said, is to prevent any little bunched up rice flour or flour from causing the cheedai to burst. அதை prevent பண்றதுக்காக we are going to sieve it. இங்கேயே கலந்துட்டேன், and then when we are sieving as well, அது ஒரு தடவை mix ஆகும் தானே. So this is the finest sieve that I've got. So I'm going to use that. In a maavukku vandu we use this. There are other ones which you would use when you have coarser particles. I'm going to start sieving it. I'm just using a silver plate. It's not necessary to use it. It's not a huge quantity, so I'm going to put them all in one go. When you see those little bunched up,
Yeah,
that's the reason why we are doing it. If you can just lace up, press pannitaka, it will dissolve back into powder. So the biggest fear for most people for doing this is that it will burst, and these are all the little steps you can do so you can avoid it. I'll teach you, there's another tip as well for that. So I'm putting it back into the vessel, and then now I'm going to add the salt and the asafoetida powder and all the seasonings to make it taste good. Yeah, I also use this silver plate because of its shape. It's easier to pour the thing back. Okay, I'm adding salt now as per taste. For this quantity, I think that will do. Then I'm going to add the asafoetida powder. Just a half teaspoon. Romba potta, it will become overwhelming, the taste. Then I have got this soaked chana dal. And I'm just going to add that much. Maybe a bit more. Now I'm going to add some coconut shavings. Here I just buy the dry shredded coconut from the supermarket. So it's dry, so there's no more water added because of that. So just a tiny 1 teaspoon maybe, not too much. Some people add white sesame seeds, but I don't. The other important thing now is to add butter. The butter has to be in room temperature. You need only a very small quantity. Because again, if you put too much butter, அது crispy-ஆ இருக்காது, அப்படியே கரஞ்சு போய்டும் எண்ணெயில போட்ட உடனே. So we need to bring this to room temperature first before we add, maybe a bit more. It's a real fine balance between wanting it to be crispy and at the same time not too brittle. So I think this should be enough. And I'm going to put it in the microwave to slightly make it come to room temperature. So I tried to bring it to room temperature. Looks like I did it too much, but it's okay, it still works. So அப்படியே pour பண்ணிடலாம். So now we just need to add water. So I'll just mix all of this together, and slowly we are going to add water and make it into a dough. Okay, that wasn't enough, so I'm going to get some more. ரொம்பவும் அழுத்தி பிசையக்கூடாது. Rice flour வந்து நல்லா இழுக்கிறது. It is asking for more water. கொஞ்சம் தெளிக்கிறேன். That will do. Because we don't want it too squishy also. உருட்டுற மாதிரி வரணும். Okay, that's it. See எப்படி ஒட்டாமல் வந்திருக்கு பாரு, பாத்திரத்தில் ஒட்டாமல். ரொம்ப மசாஜ் எல்லாம் பண்ண வேண்டாம், அப்படியே இருக்கட்டும். Now we start rolling it out. And the roll பண்ணும்போது I will tell you like what you can do to avoid the cheedai from bursting. Ready to start rolling them into little balls. The way I do it is I just use a paper towel like this, because we want the balls to dry a bit before we fry it. So இது மாதிரி பண்ணுறது தான் பெஸ்ட்டு. And எப்படினாக்கா, first you take a small piece like this, a small amount of the dough. அப்படியே கொஞ்சம் இது பண்ணிட்டு, you should not perfect round-ஆவும் பண்ணக்கூடாது, and don't do it like this too heavily like that. So loose up and small up. See, ரொம்பவும் time spend பண்ணக்கூடாது அதில். And it doesn't have to be, it should not be round in fact. Those are all, when the shape is not round, it won't burst. நீ ரவுண்டா டைட்டா பண்ணிட்டேனாக்க தான் வந்து burst ஆகிறதுக்கு சான்ஸ் ஜாஸ்தி.
And why is that more?
அதில் ஏதோ something gets trapped inside. I think the air gets trapped and then when you put it in the hot oil it just bursts to get out of it. So நீ வந்து uneven shapeல ரொம்ப உருட்டாம see like that, that's all, not more than that, and dry it out before you put. Again wetness irundhudunaka it will make a big noise and try to explode and all that. That's why we are drying it out like this. So this is a job you can give to your kids, they love to do it. So I've done one batch, so I'll show you when I start frying it. So the next item we are going to prepare is the vella cheedai or the sweet cheedai. So I've prepared the maavu exactly like I did for the uppu cheedai, except I didn't add the salt. So it's the same rice flour. I lightly roasted it and then lightly roasted the urad dal powder. And idhula vandu I have put 2.5 of this rice flour. So the urad dal I really put only 1 teaspoon, maybe 1.5 teaspoon, not more than that. Okay, so now we are going to make the Jaggery syrup. Jaggery syrup na vellam, vella cheedai ke vellam. So idhula whatever quantity of the rice flour you take half of it. So adla 2.5 na I should take really 1.5 quarter or half. So this is how I have got two different versions of this. This is the old vellam, it's a little bit more nice powdery. The new one I got is really not good, it's like pasty. But I was told that this is a good brand. I'm going to use this. So what we do is we just put it into the stove in a small tawa. Let's make the jaggery syrup now. So I've put a small tawa here. Just add the jaggery there. And yeah, that should do. And we're going to add a small amount of water just to immerse it. Because as soon as you put it in, it will start boiling. Then it will be becoming a liquid. So we can add some cardamom powder. If you want, you can also add sukku powder or dry ginger powder, but I am not doing it, it's okay. So we just wait for it to come to a rolling boil and then we strain it. Konja aarinadukku appuram you pour it into the flour and make a dough. So the jaggery is boiling nicely. I'm going to turn it off now and then strain it, and when it is cooled I will add it to the rice flour. This jaggery is boiling. I'm going to add a small amount of sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, because that looks really nice, because the cheedai will be in brown color, so if you have this white bit it will look really nice on top. And a bit of coconut as well for the taste. Add the butter and then a bit of the coconut like we did before. Just a small amount, not too much. No ingredients should overpower the main rice flour. We just mix it and keep it ready for the jaggery to be ready, the jaggery liquid to be ready. I'll see you in a minute when the jaggery is ready. The jaggery liquid that I have strained after boiling, I'm going to add it to the rice flour now. So the pour this, so we will add some water as well. Then mix it. Should have waited until it cooled down, but it's okay, I can manage. Just going to pour the water here so I get all the jaggery that is sticking here as well. Same தான் அதே மாதிரி தான். We shouldn't make too tight, too much kneading தேவையில்லை. Just combine it. But this should be a bit thicker in maavu, thicker, so that it doesn't, it holds its shape. Careful with the water. நான் டபக்குன்னு போட்டேன்னா நிறைய ஆகிடும். கொஞ்சம் தெளிச்சுக்கலாம், just to be on the safe side.
Yep.
Now we are going to roll them into balls, but it will be bigger than double the size of the savory cheedai. Same procedure, put a little paper towel and then roll it into bigger balls and keep it and let it dry and then deep fry it. Okay, we are now down to the third item, which is Thattai. So I prepared the flour exactly like I did for the other two. I roasted the rice flour, added a small amount of the urad dal, roasted them and then sieved them, and it's ready here. Because it's a savory item, I am now going to add the salt. Salt per taste, that will do. And asafoetida powder, then I've got some roasted gram or dalia or pottukadala. அது சும்மா ஒரு கிரன்ச் கொடுக்கும் நான் திங்கும்போது, அதுக்காக. அப்புறம் கருவேப்பிலை, I've got some. We don't add any chili powder because we are offering it to God. And then now I'm going to add the butter. எல்லாத்தையும் மிக்ஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு we'll add the water and make it into a dough like I did for the others. I think a bit of coconut will not go amiss, so maybe I'll add a small amount of coconut also. It's the dry shredded coconut. Mix it. Laborious process. That's just the arati that we watch every day. Kanchi Periva Adishtanathodada arati. Korala inna thanni ilikkurudhu. இது வந்து கொஞ்சம் தளர பிசையலாம், வெள்ளைச்சீடை அளவுக்கு ஃபர்மாக வராது. Because we have to pat it into little flat round spherical things. So I'm making the thattai. இது மாதிரி ஒரு பேப்பர் டவலில் போட்டுட்டோன்னா we just leave it to dry. கொஞ்சம் dry ஆயிடுதுன்னா we can easily take it out like this and put it into the flame, into the oil. So I'll just make 2 or 3 like that in this each of these paper towels. கொஞ்சம் எண்ணெய் தடவிக்கணும். You have to have some oil, smear your fingers. அப்போ தான் அது ஒட்டாமல் வரும். Try to make it as round as you can. The reason I'm doing it in the paper towel is so it will dry quickly. Ellame I am not making in huge quantities because all of this is oily and not really healthy items. But once in a year பண்றதுனால எதையுமே சாமிக்கு குறைக்காம பண்ணிட்டு make it in small quantities but still offer it to God. Everything you have to make as much as you are willing and possible to make. Okay, now we are up to the deep frying stage. I've put the oil in the pan and it's heating up. And I'm going to first start with the savory cheedai because that's the first one and it's been drying for a while now. So முதல்ல ஒன்று போட்டு பார்த்துக்கணும் எப்படி ரியாக்ட் பண்ணுறது என்னன்னு. So you should keep something ready in case it bursts. Okay, I don't think it's going to, but I've got this ready just in case. Just ஒரு மூடி வச்சுருக்கேன் அதை கவர் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. திங்க் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் எண்ணெய் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் காயணும் போல் இருக்குது பார்த்தா. இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் வீசி பொரியும் இப்போ நல்லா காஞ்சிடுதுன்னா. Maybe it is done. அப்படின்னா சரி, I'm going to drop the full like this. கொஞ்சம் கொஞ்சமாக போடலாம், நம்ம கையால் எடுத்து போடலாம். ஏன்னா காஞ்சிடுது டோட்டலி, இட் இஸ் ட்ரை, ஸோ இட்ஸ் நாட் ஸ்டிக்கிங் டு மை ஃபிங்கர்ஸ். See how it's now boiling rapidly, that will slow down, and then when the sound goes down then you can take it. So I've lowered the flame also because we don't want it to get too dark. See how it's no longer rapidly boiling, that will come off slowly. As the thing slows down, then you know it's gotten finished, then you can take it out. You have to do like that so all the oil drains. And put it in this thing like this with a paper towel in it. So we are trying to get rid of the oil as much as we can. உப்பு சீடை இப்போ வந்து வெள்ளை சீடை ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ண போகிறோம் ஃப்ரை பண்ணுறது. ஸோ ஹியர் தே ஆர். அதே மாதிரி தான் ஜென்டிலாக ட்ராப் பண்ணுவோம். ரெடியாக வச்சுட்டுருக்கேன் இன்கேஸ் வெடிச்சதுன்னா அது மூடுறதுக்கு. Let's see if it is going to fit all of it in the one go. Same procedure, we'll wait until all of those bubbles reduce significantly. Thattai. நல்லா வருது உப்பிண்டெல்லாம் வராமல் கரெக்டாக வேணும்னா இப்படி உப்பித்துனா you can just press it like that so it stays flat. Because we didn't put any chili powder, the color is like that. Because the cheedai has come out very well. I'm going to now store it into an airtight container. That's the vella cheedai. The second batch actually came out not bad. May have to turn it around a bit, few times. ரொம்ப அடுப்பு பெருசாக வச்சா ஒரு மாதிரி ஆயிடுறது, அதனால ரொம்ப பெருசாக வைக்கல. Same process தான் until all those little splutters should stop. See, now all of the spluttering is done and it's like calm and quiet and serene. It's actually a metaphor for life because we all start our lives with a lot of excitement and various emotions and everything. And as you go along life, more and more experience, you start becoming quieter and calmer and serene. And that's when you are ready for the spiritual advancement or to make any progress spiritually. So now this is a fully done Thattai, and that's how we are now, I suppose, after all the experiences in life. I'll leave it here for a minute. This is the Thattai. It's come out very well. Normally, நான் பண்றதை விட this has come out very well. I'm going to start making the kai murukku. You've seen I've already made a couple. This is very difficult. You really need to be artistic and you have these deft fingers to make it. It's the same maavudam. It's the same rice flour. I did similar to what I did for the others. And just added some salt and asafoetida powder to the maavu. And trying to make it, it's a bit hard. It really depends on how good the maavu is and how much you have deft fingers too. So the sastram swamiki pannanungiradhukaga pandren, even though I'm not making a good, it's not as perfect as you would get from people who know how to do this. But I always like to try everything by myself. So that's kind of done. So yeah, there's two more that I'm going to make. Rendu adupla irukku, vendil irukku. You can fill in that too. குழந்தையாக இருக்கிறதுனால அந்த சீப்பி மாதிரி அவருக்கு டீதிங் பிஸ்கெட்ஸ் மாதிரி இது மாதிரி லாங் இதுவாக டீதிங்க்கு பண்ணி வைக்கணும். Okay, so that's all the 4 items that I promised have been made. So you can see the savory cheedai here and then the sweet cheedai there and the thattai is underneath. You can see the thattai. இதெல்லாம் கை முறுக்கு and this is the 2 cheepies, what we call as cheepies. இது வந்து கிருஷ்ணர் குழந்தையாக இருக்கிறதுக்காக அவருக்கு டீத்திங்காக இது பண்ணுறது. அவரால் சப்பி தான் சாப்பிட முடியும். He doesn't have teeth, so it's something for him to eat like that. So tomorrow or on Monday I'll be doing all the fresh prasadams, which will be aval, payasam, vadai, appam, and then the various the milk dairy products, milk, yogurt, butter, yeah, all of that in addition to this ella naivedhyam panna porom, puja panna porom. So yeah, we will cover some of that as well for this video. Thank you for watching.